Due to the ignorance of our host, parental discretion is advised.
Because we're talking, like, I asked myself, do I fucking smell? There's a guy you work with, where I used to work, who I swear to God, he smuggled onions under his fucking shirt every fucking day. And this is a big wig there.
Oh, really?
This is a big wig there. Ooh. So I would go into his office and it would fucking permeate. I could smell it.
How sad is that, huh?
I just don't think he ever wore deodorant. Some guys just don't wear deodorant.
I mean, I get it if you don't stink, but if you do, I'm like, dude,
but you gotta know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Gotta know. But he also.
And what kind of friends do you have that don't say, yo?
Yeah, true.
Right?
True. Have you ever had anybody tell you, do you stink?
You know, that's one thing I got going on for me. I don't stink.
Yeah, you don't stink.
I get to a point where I go, we're getting a little...
yeah, we're getting a little right.
We're getting a little lemony over there. But then I mean, I can put deodorant... So I put deodorant in the morning, and I can take a shower at 8 o'clock at night, and I still smell.
I started wearing Native deodorant. I heard about it from T-Fat-K.
Okay.
They were sponsored from them. And when we went to go see Shab, my wife was like, oh, he smells delicious.
So you're like, I gotta get this.
So I got that stuff. Of course, I don't smell as good as he does. It's a different smell. But it's like eucalyptus and mint in the deodorant. But it's like a natural deodorant. So it doesn't have like aluminum in it, the paraffins and all that kind of shit. And it actually works pretty good. I have to be careful with what kind of deodorant. For whatever reason, dude, I sweat so bad, even when it's cold. I could be shivering and I sweat.
You know when was it? Many years ago when I was becoming a half a man and I started using fucking deodorant, the minute that I used the gel, you know how you go and it comes out, it starts bending and shit, and you put it on. 20 minutes after that, dude, I just went...
Starts sweating?
Just dripping, dude. I was like, what the fuck?
I can't use the gels either.
Yeah.
They do it. It's like they block it, but then it starts sweating.
What do you use? I use Old Spice.
That Native stuff.
Oh, that's right. Sorry. I don't pay attention.
I'm starting to think so. I'm starting to wonder why I'm even here half the time.
Remember that commercial when you go... I think it was women's...
Yeah, it was women's
secret.
Strong enough for a man.
Like my grandmother used to put makeup on me, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Did you hear about that?
No, I heard about it. I watched the whole thing. It's like I just said, sometimes I wonder why I'm here, and then I watch the episodes where I'm not here, and it's like you guys have to have something to laugh about, so you bring up my name half the time.
With you, it's natural.
Yeah.
You just walk in and go, ha!
Right? That door closes, you guys start recording, I'm here, it's like, wah, wah, wah.
How was your trip, dude?
It was awesome.
Was it?
It was fucking awesome. That's the second time I've been up that way. And like we really got to explore the area now that we were right down on the lake. So it was fucking awesome. The machine ran fucking awesome. I was the only one that didn't have any mechanical fucking issues.
Nice.
I had a buddy that shout out fucking Mr. World fucking snapped an axle in the middle of nowhere. 10 miles away from camp in the middle of rocks.
And then what? What do you do?
Fortunately, we ran into somebody down there that we knew.
They had an extra axle?
Everybody carries extra axles,
serious?
yes. Except for us, because we're just, we're not rich riders out there. I mean,
just
it's not very uncommon for a guy to go out there and have a $70,000 rig and $15,000 in parts. Just because they know you can fix it on the mountain. There's the cage.
Okay.
The roll cage.
Yeah.
There's clamps where an axle's only like this big and like this big around. It's got two big ends on it. So they just make clamps that hold them. Or you just put it in like the back. I have a big toolbox that has everything. But dude, we got down there, fucking jacked the fucking razor up, popped the tire off, pulled the whole axle out of the transmission.
But so these people let you use it?
So the guy that we ran into down there is a good friend of ours that has a house down that way. His brother owns a place. This guy happens to own a company that he works on side-by-sides. And we just happened to ask him, do you have an axle for a 2016 fucking Polaris 1000? Yeah, I'll bring it down to the ranger station. So we sent somebody down to the ranger station. We picked it up. They brought it up. By the time they brought it up, we had the axle out, popped it in, and we were rolling again.
But so what does that mean, though? He bought it or he just returned it?
No, we bought it from it. It was a used axle,
Oh,
so
okay.
it was like it was enough to get him off the mountain.
Oh, okay.
Is what it was. So
See that? I don't know.
another buddy of mine out there, he snapped the bolts that hold it to the frame off the front diff. The front diff was with the axles, so we fucking rigged it all together and.
You guys are like savaging this fucking vehicle.
Whatever you got to do to get off the fucking mountain. That toolbox I have back there has everything in there you could ever need. Like if you got in trouble and you had to stay there, we could have stayed overnight wherever we were at. That's how you go prepared. You you expect to break down somewhere. That's part of the fun to me.
Really?
Breaks and fix it. Like some people freak out. I love that shit, dude. I got right under there. There's pictures on the old wife's side. I'm laying under the fucking side by side. Rocks are stacked
Take a look
up.
under the hood.
Yeah, there's no hood there.
There's no hood. I know what? Thanks for shitting on my joke.
But it was a good time. Yeah, we did.
See,
quite
I
a
would be
bit of
one of the
riding.
guys. I would be one of the guys that freaks out.
You would freak out.
Yeah.
See, and I'm
Like right now, I have a bolt in my tire that is on the thread, and I'm like, do I take it out or do I just take it in? So, but I'm like, what am I gonna do? And then another one of my tires, like I've been pumping air and it just keeps leaking. And I said, well, what the fuck? But like things like that. Oh, you know what happened to me today? I was going from work to my work, from work to my house, and I'm like a block away on 41st. My speedometer starts blinking, and instantly in my head, I'm like, I don't have a truck anymore. You know what I mean? Like I'm one of those guys because I'm not,
mechanically
inclined. But yeah, but all of a sudden, like I came to a complete stop, waited for the traffic, and then the light kind of like went up again and went solid, and then he hasn't done it again. But just that little thing just pisses me off.
Yeah, I don't freak out about that kind of shit.
Don't?
No, because there's shit you can fix. Especially if you're in the valley in a truck, there's probably 1,000 stores along the way. When you're up in the mountains, it's a different story.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Gotta figure it out. But the thing about it is you never go ride alone. So worst case scenario, you just leave it there, and then we'll come back and fix it. One great thing about the side by side community is it's like every clique, every group, right?
Yeah.
Like guys that ride Harleys or whatever. You're broke down. If they're Harley riders, they're gonna stop and fucking help you out. You know what I mean? And side by sides are the same way. Well, what can I do to help you out? So,
Did you find remains of fucking Brian Laundrie over there?
oh, we didn't find him out there. I wasn't in Florida, but they found his ass, didn't they?
Right, yeah, dude.
Wonder how he did it. He said he was in water. Found him in water.
So they said they found his stuff first, right?
Yeah, and that's what
And
led
then
him
they
to
went
him.
and started looking into it, but the whole thing is just
Fuck that
crazy.
guy.
Yeah, and she was
Chicken
cute.
shit. Yeah, she was cool.
She was cute. She was
They had a
like,
lot of followers on their page.
She did. She had
on their traveling
hundreds of
page.
thousands.
Yeah.
And he was like, God damn.
I actually, before she died, I watched a video of how they rigged up their camper.
Yeah.
That van that they were in they hooked. In fact, I watched a tutorial.
Like the safety.
No,
vans
not
that we
even,
used to have a company
Yeah, kind of like that. But I watched a tutorial on how they lit it up. And when I say light it up, like they put electricity in the back of it. So they could run like heaters and coolers, and they could cook stuff off of it. And so I was interested in it because I wanted to do it to my trailer that I haul my side-by-side in. So it was very ironic. A month before she disappeared that I watched that. And I had no idea who they even were.
yeah.
I just came across the video.
Now, was she from here, or this is where she disappeared?
No, this is just where she really had nothing to do with here. She just came here, and this was like the last place they did a social media post.
I did find
I don't think they even found her in Utah, did they?
No, they didn't.
Found her in Wyoming.
And this is where they had
the
they
police.
the police stopped them.
So
here.
I watched that. They had like a little. It wasn't a documentary. It's like one of those like 60 minutes kind of thing, all just based on them. And they had like this whole interview with. This report where what's his name? John Walsh.
Yeah.
He was there, and people they are like this dedicated to that kind of stuff, and they showed her like crying and like she was like, I guess she got beat up. I mean, I don't know, allegedly. Not that we will ever know, because
That's not allegedly anymore. He killed her. I mean,
Yeah.
if he killed her, he was probably beating her, right?
so fucking sad, dude.
No,
But and then John, is it John Walsh?
Yeah, Joe
yeah.
Walsh.
Not
was-
Joe Walsh. He's from the Eagles.
So they asked him. I said, "Well, it's so funny because when I heard that he was dead, basically killed himself. I'm guessing.
No.
He
Allegedly, right?
Allegedly,
Yeah.
we don't know. I mean, I don't know. All I read is the fucking
What
is it,
Facebook
the
says.
clickbait or whatever it's called. And so they asked him. I said, "So you don't think that he killed himself?" And he fucking washed it. He's like, "No, I think it's too big of a coward to do that." And now all I want to do is see his face. He's like, "So, did you know too much about this?
Yeah.
Now what? What you gotta say? Did you hear what happened to Alec Baldwin?
Yes.
Isn't that fucked
Not
up?
what
Did you hear
happened
about
to
this?
him, what he did.
God damn.
Dude, that happens every so often.
Ain't that how?
Look at Brandon Lee.
Yeah, Brandon Lee,
Fucking
Bruce
died the
Lee's
same way.
son.
Yeah, but how? What are they? What are these? If they are props, what are they shooting? They shouldn't be.
The wad in the prop. Even though it's a gun, runners. On your mark, get set.
Okay, yeah.
That's a blank. It still has a wad in it. Still has like what a
So it still
like
shoot something.
it's got to have something in there to compact the bolt,
Like a shell.
basically. But it's like a cotton wad.
Okay.
But the problem is if you're shooting it over and over again, there's still a metal shell in there. Now I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you, and I know that even they say
Oh,
if you
all
have
your
a
years of
blank,
acting.
if you have a blank, you still don't shoot it at somebody
Yeah.
because there's still a projectile in it. But they say it's impossible. Well, it's not impossible, but it's not supposed to be able to kill you. So. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens.
Can you
But
imagine?
yeah, same way, fucking Brandon Lee died
Yeah.
on the set of The Crow, right?
No, but who did it to him? Was it just an extra? Just a.
It was just somebody an
staff?
extra that was that big scene where all those guys are fucking
Yeah.
filling him full of fucking. There's like 5 or 6 guys just machine gunning him. He's just standing there with his arms up. That's the scene where it happened.
Didn't they say there was a one real bullet or
Yeah, one real bullet.
that got him?
God damn, dude. Who was? Oh no, there was a couple of people that came to help us at this job that we're at, and they were working in the new prison, I think.
That's where our guys are at.
So they had like they were showing me pictures of like the shooting range. Dude, when you see these things, you're like, God, they're like this really happens
Yeah.
here, and we have no idea.
Yeah.
But it's not an often thing, is it?
What like shooting squad?
Like
where
a,
guys get-
like a death penalty.
yeah, not very often.
very often.
But you hear about it every few years. It happens.
Now, is it true that on the shooting range, one has the
That's
bullet?
what they say. Say there's 5 guys, one has a bullet, but
No
they
one
always
knows.
say, well, that's where it comes into play is that the 5 guys or 6 guys or whatever that are there to shoot him, they said any trained fucking sniper knows what a real shot and what a fake shot is. Yeah.
Can you imagine? Like, God damn it, it was me.
No.
So the last firing squad death was in 2010 in Utah. Ronnie Gardner.
Ronnie Lee Gardner.
Yeah.
Executed with a firing squad by the state of Utah in 2010. Now, don't you think if this was more often, people would be like, maybe I shouldn't
Dude,
fuck around?
he was convicted of killing a guy during an attempted escape from a courthouse in 1985, and he was executed in 2010.
Yeah, all that money we wasted on him. Feeding his ass.
Dude, that takes a lot. I mean,
Sorry, but I have no compassion for those fucking. I believe that I'm a sole believer in eye for an eye,
Yeah.
and I don't think you should waste any time on it. The day you're convicted, they haul you out there.
That's
and
what I'm saying.
Put their dick in your skull.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
The minute you're like,
it's just a waste of taxpayers'
you're
money.
like guilty, it should be like next day.
The problem is appeals and shit like that. So, once that process goes, I mean, you can go through appeal processes for years and years and years.
yep.
Now you're talking about he got
Firing squad.
Yeah, but he got sentenced on 85.
The murder
The
happened.
murder happened in 85. He
85.
was killed in 2010.
So it took him that long to get to finally getting to his death.
25
penalty.
years.
25 years. I mean, in 85, I was 5 years old.
That's a lot, isn't it? That's what I'm saying. It should be next day, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
When you're
I
like,
believe
hey,
so.
you're,
Once
saying
convicted.
you're guilty of all this.
Well,
By the way,
hold on, Wild West over here.
He's like, hey, make your phone calls because tomorrow, this time, you'll be gone.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to give people due process. You
Why?
gotta give
You're guilty.
But once you get to
Appeals.
your sentence, you already went through all the process.
But that's why I say the appeal process. Because how many people have been let off because of misguidance through juries and DNA now comes into play. There's been a lot of people that have thought, oh, we fucked up.
Yeah.
It's a good thing they didn't do that then, right? But I believe if you did drugs or whatever, you go to jail. Like if we're talking like hardcore drugs and things like that, or, you know, burglary or assault, you kill somebody or you harm a child, you die.
Yeah.
You rape a woman, you die.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's just me, and you can hate me for all you want. That's how I feel.
Yeah.
No, I feel the same way.
Where do we sign?
You know, just, go
Be done
through
with
the,
it. Be
go
done
through
with
the
it.
court system, do your pills, but they seem to take a long time
Yeah, they do.
sometimes. Like, he'll be done with his last appeal in like 2000, and they still wait 10 more years before
Yep.
they finally pull the trigger on that. It's like, your last appeal is over. Get him done. You know, if he ain't got no more appeals, get him done.
Meanwhile, Kim Kardashian is trying to get, what is it? What is it? What's she doing? She's trying to get people that are accused of something they didn't commit.
Get people
Wrongly accused or something like
Yeah.
that. She's getting them
And
out.
that's okay. Like, I'm cool with that. I totally believe that you have a due process, and we should probably look into things.
Yeah.
I'm saying if it's straight up like you're seen on video killing somebody,
you were in
there's-
a courthouse and there's a videotape of you
yeah,
shooting, killing
that's,
this
man,
person, you're done.
That's it, bud. Because in other countries, they don't fuck around.
Have you seen that meme of that black kid that shows things to do, but they're simple?
Yeah.
Like, that's what it should be. It should be like, like he's just showing you that. He's not even, have you seen
I
it?
like that
he doesn't
guy,
show-
yeah.
He doesn't say anything. He just goes,
I like that guy. The first couple I watched, I was like, what is this? And then you see him again and again. I'm like, oh, yeah, here we go. And it makes a great
Dude,
point.
he's probably got the most followers on TikTok right now.
hell yeah.
That guy. He's number one or number two right now.
Yo, how about the last episode with your madre?
Yeah, what do you think?
It was a great episode. Great episode.
I still, you know what? I got a couple of good reviews.
You get any bad ones?
Will Wonder was one of them. Shout out to Will Wonder.
The Will Wonder?
The Will Wonder.
What's his name?
I don't know. Doug.
Doug, that's right.
And he
Remember that cartoon, Doug? Looks just like Will. Look it up.
Hell
Looks
yeah,
just like
dude.
Will.
It looks just like Doug. If they
Yep,
Yeah.
there he is.
they should do him bald and that's Doug. That should be. He's all dressed up, ready to ball too. Look at him.
Fuck yeah.
Or wasn't this his
I can't
brother?
remember that guy's name.
His brother or somebody in school?
No, that was the bully.
Look how shitty the fucking drawing was, dude.
It was still good.
Well, hold on.
though.
Like the evil, the bully was green. The best friend was blue.
Well, I mean, they had a
The girlfriend was
dog.
Mexican, obviously.
She was not Mexican, was she?
Well, I know. I mean, look at the color.
She might have been Puerto Rican. It bleached hair, maybe.
Dude,
I
they
don't
have
know.
a
Funko.
funkified. That's pretty cool. I don't like that one though.
Yeah, shout out, Will.
Yeah, so he was like, dude, you should do more content with your mom. And I was like, I thought about it and I'm like, and I wish now I brought her here. She was drinking some wine and she kind of loosened up a little bit, but it's still not the woman that I know. And I wish you guys would just get to know her the way I do. And my mom is a fucking trip, dude. And she texted me. She texted me on Sunday, and I texted her and I said, "Mom, I took a picture of the video on my computer because she had the microphone right on her face, and I said, Mom, why the fuck did you put the microphone there?" And she's like, "Well, you put it there." I said, "But you can see that it's obviously blocking you from the camera, so push it down." And she goes, by the way, you said that I hate my friends having grandkids. You got to take that out. I'm like, first of all,
We ain't taking shit out,
the
lady.
episode is up and loaded,
It's
Mom.
gone.
Nothing's going away. But what I said was, you hate the fact that I'm not giving you grandkids. That's what I meant. And
Yeah, you can tell it was a sore subject for her. But
yeah,
she didn't want to admit
because
it.
I think my sister doesn't want either.
Oh.
So my
Must be
little
in your
brother
guys'
wants.
blood.
My little brother
Oh,
wants
that-
kids,
your
but he's
brother
16.
wants a whole clan, huh?
Yeah, but he's 16.
Well, it
So-
should be started about right now then. It's about, it's about
we're in
time.
Utah, right?
He's half Mexican side. He's probably working on it
His
already.
menstrual clock is ticking. It's about to midnight.
But I wish it was. Yeah, I wish you guys could see it. Now, it's funny you bring this out because I do have something to say about last episode. To my best friend Brian here.
Oh, yeah. Can I?
What kind of best friend asks your mother?
Oh.
Is Angel your biggest disappointment out of your kids? When I heard that, it was so gut wrenching. I was like, where the fuck is this guy going?
How about, I want you to stay on this one. How about when Brian says, I can't remember the exact words, but when he says, I should call your dad, or you should call your dad or whatever, and he's too busy running,
Yeah.
just like he is.
No, dude. So when he said, yeah, he's too busy running. The first thing that came in my head was like,
Marathons.
no, I was talking about marathon. Yeah, he's running, and he goes, well, there's all the things that he's running from. And the first thing, the first thing that came to my head was like, he's making an immigration joke.
No.
And then he goes, well, no, I meant, what did you say?
Running away from
For
responsibilities.
responsibility. I'm like, who the fuck are you to judge my father? And then also, he when he says, is Angel your biggest disappointment? My mom goes, what? And I go, what the fuck, man? Like, I think I have one up on my brother because my brother's only 16. He goes, whoa, he's driving a 2022 car. I'm like, you just changed your car. And he was from the 80s, motherfucker. And you're older than me. I was pretty low, B. I was fucked up.
Sorry.
Is that what you're...
I thought I would come in hot with the hot question. You know, we talk about you being her biggest disappointment
but that's
on
like
the
an
show.
inside joke. That's not like
Right.
something you would relatively say.
Right. I know his mom. I didn't expect her to say.
Oh, and by the way,
yes,
third,
yes.
stop asking my mom to go to the fucking bar.
Oh, yeah.
Jesus Christ,
I thought you
dude.
guys went to the bar.
No, she was...
You coaxed her so much.
The funny thing is that during the episode, her phone went off, and I
Yeah.
said, who's that? And I said, it's Hernan's, her husband. And when we got done, she called him, and he goes, I'm about to leave the place. If you want food, come get it. I was driving my mother. So she said, you got to take me now. And I know that, we still have to do the thing here in the computer. And I was like, worst case scenario, I can have B take the computer with him, and I'll just grab him from him. So when he went to pee, when he came back, we're like, we're out, dude. I'm out. And I thought I was just going to drop her off. But then as soon as I got there, her husband is like, why don't you come eat? I was like, well, God damn it. I should have told fucking B. But I just got my food and went home. I didn't stay.
You know, I did ask the hard questions. I'm sorry. I thought it was a running joke, so I thought it would be cool. So
Can you imagine my mother's like, I'll never go back.
I'm never going to go back as long as you've got that Brian behind the computer.
hey, his mom loves me.
He might tell you that I love him, but I think he's an asshole.
I love them. Not after last week.
I love him to stay away from me.
Oh, shit. Shout out to the Jazz. Undefeated.
And they just...
Yeah, we didn't want to know. We're undefeated, dog. Come on.
I just heard this on the radio today. I'm out driving, and the guy's like, well, the guy's off to a good start. They're 1-0. And I was like, is that even worth mentioning? You just said, I'm like, wait.
The Lakers are on a losing streak, right? So, I mean,
Who? The Lakers?
yeah, the Lakers lost to the Golden State.
So there's a guy that the Jazz drafted through the offseason, right? And he's he actually played with Donovan Mitchell through college. I'm curious how many Jazz jerseys we're gonna see
You know what's funny? You mentioned that.
of this guy.
Oh, okay.
Who is it?
So his name is Rudy Gay.
Oh yeah, Rudy Gay.
He's a baller, by
He
the
used
way.
to play in Indiana.
He's a baller, by the way. No, he played for the Spurs, my friend.
Was it the Spurs? Oh yes, it was the Spurs.
And the Kings.
So, if I bought you a Utah Jazz jersey and it says "Gay" on the back of it, would you rock it?
Yeah, probably. Here's the thing, though. I don't know if you guys heard, but that one guy whose name shall
There you
not be
go.
mentioned.
Number 8.
Nice. Baller, by the way.
We're doing this thing where you know how I rip the paper and then I throw it in the garbage. So we want to start doing a thing that every time I make it, we donate money to charity.
You or us?
Me.
Because I'm charity.
Him.
So.
Me and him.
Oh, okay.
Him and I.
So I'm just asking how I got roped into this.
All of a sudden, the Beehive money starts going lower, 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 lower. No,
Because Angel can't shoot for shit. So give it to the black guy in there. I know he can make it.
but the thing is that so I went as far as I finally
Made one.
no.
Oh,
I finally got me a Jazz jersey.
oh, you did?
A Donovan jersey.
Oh, attaboy.
And by the way, now that we're talking about this, I went to the store in Valley Fair Mall. Fans, I think it was, right?
Pro Image.
I go in there. No, Pro Image only has for kids, which pisses me off. So I go to Fans, and this chick is doing the embroidery on the hats.
Oh, okay.
Someone came in, he goes, "Hey, can my hat say
Asshole.
yeah, say you know, have the day you deserve or something like that. Protect your life or something." and peace. and so she was doing the thing. I walked in. I see now that it's not the what do you call it when it's about to end? The
off season.
no
Preseason.
no when it's just
Regular
about
season.
when it's about to end.
The playoffs.
Playoffs. Now that it's not the playoffs. Sorry about that. I don't know why I'm having I'm drinking whiskey today, fellas. So it's not the what do you say?
Not the playoffs anymore.
I was gonna say off season.
I think,
it's not the play-
think you need to return that jersey, bud.
I think I need to stop drinking already. So I there was all the jerseys there, and I said, finally, I want to get me one. So I go to the girl and I say, "Hey, is there a way I can get one of the shirts?" And she goes, "Yeah, which one you like?" And I said, "Well, I like Donovan on that black one that we saw. But if you don't have it, I'll take a look of all of them. Because the last time I was there, they let me try 3 sizes and 3 different colors. They were like, yeah, just, you know, whatever, just take
Right.
one." This girl goes, okay, and turns around and keeps doing the hat, and she has me waiting. So now I'm like, are you gonna get the fucking shirt or what?
Right.
Another person comes in, asks to say, hey, can you make another hat? So then she turns around, does another hat.
Oh shit.
This one says check, 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 and here I am
All the way around it.
here I am waiting, and finally I was like, this bitch just like, and she's looking at me. But you know your boy is not a dickhead, so it's not like, hey,
Yeah.
you know? So I was like, fuck it. So I left the store, go to Pro Image. They don't have them. I come back, and I'm still waiting for the chick. So I finally go, can you get this down for me? And she goes, yeah, which one you like? And so I told her the whole thing. She grabs the ladder, goes all the way to the top, brings me my size, the one I wanted, and I said, well, can I just check, like, all of them? And she goes, she's up there. And she goes, don't you know what you want? Because I don't really want to get them all down, just for you to pick one.
I kind of get where she's coming from.
But that's her fucking job.
I understand.
Yeah, but
that.
it ain't a library. She ain't got like the ladder that just scrolls across the top there.
No. She did.
Oh, she did?
She did.
She didn't have to get down and move it down every time.
From where she was, she could have gotten 3.
Oh, okay.
And she's like, I don't really want to get,
You know,
3 of them. I was like,
they only make minimum wage at the mall. I mean,
I was
I got you.
I was just like,
Well, just give me the fucking white one. On 3X.
You got
just kidding.
you got a white one.
yeah.
I'm waiting for the new color to come out. They're changing
They
them.
changed them,
Yeah,
didn't
they're
they?
changing them this year.
Black and
Black and white.
Well, this
black
is
and
the
white
information I
and
should have gotten.
yellow, right?
black and
3
white
weeks
with the
ago.
yellow letter. Look it
yeah.
up. Utah Jazz, black and white. Dude, they're sick.
Black and yellow.
It's kind of they've transitioned all the logos and everything.
Yeah.
And now they're just waiting for the Nikes to roll out. No,
one?
you
No.
got to go. You got to. It's not out yet. So you have to type in Utah Jazz, white and black and white.
Black and yellow.
Utah
Jesus
ass.
Christ! Just type in black and white Utah Jazz.
Brian, just take it easy, dude. You still have 45 minutes to fucking milk, dude.
No, I'm not mad at you. I'm mad at Google for
That Donovan Mitchell's got one on right there.
being a dumbass.
Well, I've seen these before.
Yeah.
I think that still has blue in it.
No, it doesn't. That's not a real. They just.
It's a black and white one?
They're all black now. Just
Yeah,
white
black and
letters
white,
with
and then
yellow,
the yellow.
Yellow.
Numbers.
Yeah.
What does that sleeve do?
What sleeve? Oh, sweat. Wipe your forehead. Just like your
Really?
yeah. Compression too.
I thought it was something that had to do with muscles and shit.
Compression. That might have that copper shit in it.
What are those?
Copper
thing-
top.
What are those
Brett
things
Favre
do?
wears it.
You know what those things do? That they, like the tape that they put on like their shoulders sometimes.
Oh, yeah, I've seen
I don't know.
soccer people
I've
wear
seen
them on their
it.
knees.
Yeah, I've seen
yeah.
it. All athletes have them, and
Yeah.
they're like big, different shaped ones.
Yeah.
I don't know what they do.
Dude,
Yeah, shout out to the Jazz. They play tonight. They're in Sacramento tonight, so
Sacktown!
Should be a win.
should be. Do they play? The first quarter was getting in rhythm, then they slaughtered OKC. They just picked up right out of fucking last year. They're gonna be a fucking wreck in this. I'm excited again.
Is OKC good this year?
They have 1 or 2 good players. Other than that, they've
they
got
lost?
a really, really young team.
They lost all 3 of their big 3 that they had, right? So
Yo, so I got a haircut today.
Let's check in with Will Wonderpod. Let's check in with Doug. Got a
Doug,
haircut
can you hear
today,
me?
yeah? Back to you, Doug. Dog.
Dog.
The dog is all, what?
Yeah. I got a haircut today.
Okay.
So I went against everything that I've done. I didn't go to that name brand fucking shitty haircut place where I always have to go home and fucking fix it, right? We talked about
The
this.
Hitler again.
So I did get the Hitler again. She's like, she's all, what do you want? I'm looking for world domination. She's all, say no more.
She's like, I got you.
Yeah,
dude.
she's all, I got you.
oh
She's all, I got you.
oh Lord.
Look at Brian all worried and shit, dude. No
So-
one watches this shit, dude.
Yes, right. It doesn't matter. And if they listen to it, they say worse shit than we ever do. So I said, fuck it. And I went to an all men's fucking barbershop this time. Now, when I said, okay, I'll take that back. I went to an all men's haircut place.
Okay.
So, Sport Clips.
Okay.
Yes.
Ever heard of that? Never been there before.
Yeah, it's like great clips.
Yeah, kind of like Great Clips, but it's just for men, right? Sports fucking on everywhere.
It's like
So-
it's like great clips with like B-dub mixed in with all the
Yeah.
sports stuff.
So it was. It's exactly what it was like. A B-dubs, right?
Like a B-dubs
So
with haircuts.
I get there. She's like, "Well, you've never been here. You get the special treatment for your first time around here." She's like, "You get the deluxe. The MVP is what they call
get
it." I'm
Big
like,
Bubba.
"Oh yeah, there you go, Brian." He's all yeah. So she cuts my hair, does a great job,
Yeah.
and takes me back and puts me in a massage chair, tilts me back, gives me a scalp massage.
Oh yeah.
And then wraps the hottest towels in the world, scalding hot, around my face.
But you like that shit though.
And she was rubbing it, and I was just like, as hot as it can be. And I was like, if this wasn't hot where it was burning my skin, I would be uncomfortable. But because I know it's so hot, there's no bacteria that would live in this.
She's like, sir, you're having an erection.
Basically. And I was just like, oh my God. I'm like, I'll never go anywhere else after this.
Really?
It was fucking awesome.
Dude,
It was fucking awesome. Who doesn't like a scalp massage?
The girl. So when I work at the Alta Club, we talked about that last episode and previous.
You all worked at the Alpha Club,
There was
right?
Everybody worked there.
there was so downstairs. It was all for members, but downstairs there was a gym and there was a lady. Her name was Angela. Shout out
Hell
to
yeah,
Angela.
it was for members.
And she was she would cut hair. She would cut hair like old people. You know what I mean? Because they were all old members and shit. But I would get a discount because I worked there. So I was like, hey, do you have free time today? He goes, yeah. Also, I used to have a respectful crush on her because she was a lot older than me. And but she was one of those ladies, same thing. I would sit down, obviously because I've worked there for years. We didn't have to talk about my hair. She just washes it and like get in the cut and shit. And then at the end, she would just grab my shit and go. And she had like the longest fucking nails. And she just fucking. And I pass out, dude. I was like,
Yeah, and I was surprised. It went on for 15, 20 minutes. And it was like not just my head, like under my ears. She was fucking on my face. Well, it wasn't on my face.
she was fucking on my face. God damn.
But it was awesome.
Yeah.
It was awesome, yeah. And the fact that I went home and I was like, I don't have to fix my hair. I don't have to fix my hair. How great is that? And I told the wife, and she's like, well, that's fine then. Now I don't have to hear you bitch about
That'd
your
be
hair.
so funny that you walk in and your wife's already ready with scissors and a fucking
That's
clip.
what basically
You're
was.
like, no, I'm good
No,
this time.
we're good this time. Smell fucking good. I was like, oh yeah.
Now, how do you deal with the fact that that's like a public place?
Well, there's nobody around me
Okay.
but just me and the lady. First off, she had a mask on. She was the only one that was wearing a mask. So I was
Yeah.
like, that's who I want. I want that
I don't
one.
want to freak you out, but I mean, obviously, those scissors are not your
No,
hair.
they
She pulled him out of
like the
the
blue juice.
the blue juice,
The
the
blue juice.
bactericide
Yeah.
or whatever it is. She pulled all that shit out of there.
Dude, I might.
She rolled
Shut
everything out in a towel. She rolled it out, the combs. It was all fucking new. So every time she was
Nice.
doing it, the great clips or whatever, they just fucking. Lady scratching her armpits with it before she hits your head with it.
Shoot, I don't even got no hair. I might need to go there. But like, just cut it low.
I went to get my dreads.
She's all what?
I went to get
Exactly.
What?
I went to get my dreads done on Saturday, and I met with Mariah from the Salty Sex Cast, and she was like, let's go to eat some tacos. It's like, all right. So she took me to this place. Hey, I'm telling the story here.
We're listening.
We're listening.
So she said, this place is called something and Fritz. It's a place. Is it Mexican tacos?
Putting on the Fritz.
No, but you know what's funny? When I heard it, because it was
Putting on
like
the Fritz.
it was something and the Fritz, and I started singing nothing in the Fritz. You know the Elton John song. No, not
Arturo
Alfredo.
Fritz.
No,
We probably need to do. We're looking German cuisine. Let's look in Utah. The Fritz Mexican restaurant, Utah. La Hacienda.
no. Wimpy and the Fritz. Wimpy and Fritz. There you go.
There you go.
So I was like Wimpy and Fritz.
No, it's just Jets. It's Benny and the Jets.
Benny and the Jets.
Yeah,
That was.
we
it.
know that.
I know.
I was just giving them an idea for a fucking catchy song for their propaganda. But anyway,
For when they sponsor this podcast.
exactly. So the reason why I'm talking about this because so when we walked in, the owner was there, and I don't know if he knows Mariah or whatever. They're like, hey, what's going on? So they talked to Mariah for a second. We sat down and we had tacos, and they were good tacos, by the way, for white
What kind
people.
of tacos?
They
Street
had carne
tacos?
asada. They had al pastor. I had the al
Or were
pastor.
they
They were
street
good.
tacos? The little
They were
street tacos?
Yeah, they were
Oh,
street tacos.
my man.
But they were made, dude. I mean, they can. So you know how like Cafe Rio has those little little aluminum bowls.
Yes.
That's how he was, but with the tacos inside.
Oh yeah.
And he came with a little bit of spaghetti, like a little tiny spaghetti. They're called fideos in Spanish, but that's how they came with. Beans, the limes, obviously, and then the tacos. So she had carne asada, I think. I had al pastor. Good tacos. But then we ended up talking for another 20 minutes. And then the owner, comes back and he goes, here are the tacos. Who had the al pastor? And we looked at it. We're like, we already ate. He goes, really? He was like, yeah, we finished like 10 minutes ago. And he's like, oh, I'm so sorry about that. And then he turns around and walks away. Chews the lady's ass or whatever. Something. I mean, I saw her talking to the gal, and the gal looked at us like, yeah, I just served him the tacos. I just took him away. Long story short, we're talking. He comes back with to-go boxes, and she goes, well, I don't want this to go to waste, so here you
nice.
go.
Nice.
And Mariah goes, well, you can take them. And so I ended up with 6 tacos.
Oh yes.
This was good shit, dude. This was good shit. But anyway, I was talking about that because the hair. But anyway. That's a long story. Just I got my hair done, but well, no, because
just stopped up here. Just
well, no, because he gave us the tacos today. Mariah's like, you better give him a shout out. I was like, well, here's your fucking shout out, Wimpy and Fritz.
Shout out to
Ogden, right?
Togden. Shout out to Wimpy and Fritz. Huh?
Yeah, good shit, dude. Good shit.
How's that whiskey there, Mister?
Dude, I was told by one of my boyfriends. Did you know this is peanut butter, right?
That is peanut butter?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that was the peach.
No, this is peach.
Yeah.
So I was told to try the. Oh no. The screwball.
Yeah.
Is that peanut buttery? Or no, this one has a peanut butter one, right?
Yes.
So
Same company.
Okay, yeah, exactly. So he was saying, try the peanut butter one, and as soon as you take the shot, take a shot of strawberry Fanta.
So I've heard take a shot of the peanut butter and then take a shot of grape pucker. You know what grape pucker is? I know you know. You're an alcoholic.
Alcoholic.
Yeah, great.
So it's just like a grape liqueur.
Okay.
So it's alcohol, and it tastes just like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Yeah, that's what he said. Well, he said strawberry Fanta. I was like, who drinks?
But who would chase a shot with Fanta?
Is great.
Well, I mean, I've never done it. So.
No, there's alcohol in
There's
there.
alcohol in it, but
Yeah,
not
but
enough.
not a lot. Not a
enough
lot.
to be considered alcohol.
So you could almost take that in a bigger shot glass with the peanut butter and drop a shot of the pucker in it. You could do strawberry pucker. You could do grape pucker. Strawberry, if you're a sociopath and you eat strawberry and fucking peanut butter
have you ever done
sandwiches.
that where you actually drop
Yeah, drop it in there and then
car
take
bombs or something like
and then
that?
take the fucking shot. Like
And
what's
you,
the
you hit yourself in the fucking teeth with the shot glass.
what's the Red Bull and vodka fucking bombs?
Red Bull and vodka?
Yeah,
Oh, Pennywise.
but you don't mix it. You fucking
Yeah.
But yeah,
I do the Jaeger bomb.
same thing. It's supposed to be pretty good.
Yeah. This is good, dude. So I had this screwball because
It's got an odd taste. to
one
it.
of the girls gave that guy a shot, and then he said, "Try this," and I tried it, and I was like, "Oh, that's good." But the only thing that and then later on you bought me one, right?
What's that?
One of those shots.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, I liked how it tastes, but I still don't get used to it because going in, I go, that's good. But then once it comes to my boobies
It burns.
and it starts burning, I go, I could do without that. Which this one is not doing.
But
by
you
the
just
way.
sip. That's why you
That's
just
what I'm saying.
sip.
No,
it.
I sipped it. It wasn't a shot. I was ever since Hitler haircut over here, just
Jesus Christ.
chew my ass.
Do you think
last time.
Hitler had small hands like I do, motherfucker?
Maybe.
Hey, speaking of drinking, would you say the next big fight is December 11th?
Yes, it's the best card
We should
that I've seen. Yes,
We
yes,
should
we
blow
should have
the
a.
fuck out of that.
That card
December
is
11th.
outstanding. Pull that shit up.
All right.
UFC 269, 268.
69?
I think it's 67. Just why don't you put December 11? There you go. 269.
69. Why you question him?
Pull up the whole card. Like, see where it says more fights?
I thought we're talking about these 2 months in advance.
No, we need to. Because we want to have a nice...
Okay. Well, no, yeah, to invite people. we
So
fucking need
this one's bomb. Scroll up, and go to see where it's the red.
Yeah.
Scroll back. Just there you go. That one.
268?
Yeah, go to that one.
That's next month, isn't it?
Kamaru Usman, Kobe Covington, Rose Namajunas, and Wally Zing, Justin Gaethje, and Michael Chandler.
That's gonna be a good one too.
Dude, Frankie Edgar and
Frankie Edgar?
Marlon Vera is a fucking
I don't know what that is.
banger, dude. Cheeto Vera,
I know this guy.
Justin Gaethje,
Yeah.
and Michael Chandler. That's going to be, that right there will be fight of the night of that card. So this one on November 6th and then December 11th. Just fucking, they're finishing out the year, man.
So should we fucking go to both then?
Well, you know, I'll be watching both. Sean O'Malley's going to
Should
fight.
we do something for both?
I think fucking Brian, dude.
Kai Kara France is going to fight Cody Garbrandt. That's Cody Garbrandt's flyweight debut.
Why you say his name?
Which one? Kai Kara France. Kai Kara France.
God, I just want to suck you off, dude.
Sean O'Malley.
Anyway, there's some good UFCs coming up. I'm stoked. It's a good way to finish out the year. All in all, UFC's been outstanding this year.
Yeah.
Considering all things.
Yeah, I saw the card for next month, and I was December, and I was like,
Who do you got on that main?
Ooh, on this one?
Charles Oliveira, the champion, against my dude, Dustin
I
Poirier.
was gonna say Dustin Poirier. Yeah. Obviously,
Me and
obviously Amanda.
the number one Chief Rocka got a bet on that one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we
Money?
do. Yeah, we're gonna figure something else out.
Cool.
Other than a gentleman's bet for sure.
Yeah.
But we're gonna do something. So he's going with Charles Oliveira. I'll never ever pick against Dustin Poirier.
As long as he's not like Oliveira.
He will. You know he will.
Of course he will.
You know he will.
So obviously we're going with Amanda, right? 'Cause that's the goat.
I like Julia Pena though.
Really?
I really like her.
Is she Mexican?
Amanda's-
Is she Latin?
Yes. She's got a squiggle over N. Of course she's Latin.
I don't know. It could be
No, she's from Ohio.
Brazilian. And obviously Jorge Masvidal.
Yeah. And Leon Edwards. Remember Leon Edwards beat up Nate Diaz? He can't get a title shot. That poor bastard. Look at his record. And he's been undefeated in the last 8 or 9 fights in welterweight. The poor guy just can't get a title shot, but he doesn't finish anybody. It's his biggest problem.
Dude,
I got Leon Edwards, by the way. He's going to smoke Jorge Masvidal. Yeah. Leon Edwards is good, man.
you fucks with O'Malley, right?
Um...
Really?
I'm like there, kind of.
Oh.
My problem is I want him to fight somebody ranked. And the last time he fought somebody ranked, Cheeto Vera finished him. That one right there is a Cheeto Vera.
Huh. So, fights, T-Fat K, Shop, and Brian Callen. Brian Callen's coming. Mm-hmm. On a Thursday, though.
I don't care. I'll still go.
It's coming on a Thursday because Whitney Cummings is coming on a Friday and a Saturday. 2 good shows, dude.
Wouldn't be surprised if Mr. Callen stayed around and opened. He has family in Park City. You know what I mean?
Yeah, his dad lives here. His parents live here.
Speaking of T-Fat K,
Yeah.
I know we wanted to talk about this for a while.
Yeah, that's
And
right. That's right. Good thing you
The
brought it up.
Ariel Hawani
Yeah.
beef they have going on, and you kind of asked me where
Yeah,
this.
give me the whole thing because all I've seen is how everything has evolved. Like I know what the problem is, but I don't know where it started. Give it to me from the day they were born.
So you just looked up fights for UFC 268, 269, right? This started at UFC 200. This goes back years, and this is a shout out to you too. This you'll enjoy this one. If you guys watched 200, which I think you were at my house,
Okay.
there was a big announcement for UFC 200 that Brock Lesnar was coming back. And they wanted to keep it a secret.
I seen Brock Lesnar was at WWE, I'm guessing.
And he was coming back to the UFC,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
And a certain reporter who is no longer allowed in the UFC facility,
Yeah.
Ariel Helwani, beer breath. Ariel Helwani broke the news a couple of days before. And the UFC said, "You're done."
Now, how does he know? Because he worked there?
Like, he's a reporter. He's the reporter for MMA, right? He was like the guy. There's a couple of them, but he was the guy at the time. So he broke the news the day or two before. And the UFC said, "What the fuck, man?"
Yeah.
So as time goes on, Joe Rogan talks about how he broke the news and kind of put shade on him, kind of pissed Ariel Helwani off. Schaub, all he did was mirror what Joe Rogan said. He's like, "We haven't said anything that wasn't in public. You fucked up. That's why you're not in the UFC. That's why you can't do press in the UFC. It's because you fucked up and broke the news on something they were keeping secret." And so he took it personal when Schaub was sticking up for Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan's his boy, right? Joe Rogan made Brendan Schaub. Let's be real, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So that's where this whole pod beef started. And now they're just at each other's fucking throats. And so when there was that Calabasas fight companion, they started to talk about it with Quentin Jackson, Brian Callen, and Brendan Schaub. They started talking about how he broke the news about that and how he should have kept his mouth shut and whatever. That's why he got so pissed and started talking shit on Schaub. And then, if you ask me, if you listen to the 2 episodes where they go at it, T-Fat-K buried the motherfucker. But maybe it's because I'm such a fighter and the kid fucking dick rider that I ride with those guys. But that's where it all stemmed from. That's where it all started.
Ariel Helwani is a wrestling dirt sheet rider who breaks dirt sheet stuff for wrestling.
Now, before he was the man
Exclusive fucking.
in MMA. And
when
it's
you
because
said his name, I was like, why do I know that name?
it's because the UFC said they pulled his press credentials. They wouldn't let him in the events anymore. So
But then he took it up on Callen and Shrimp.
the fact that when he said the PF Chang crew,
Yeah.
I thought was pretty fucking low.
Because everybody that work, well, not everybody, but 2 of the main people that work behind the cameras for T5K,
They're Korean.
they're Asians.
Yeah. So for him to say the PF Chang crew and Shrimp,
Speaking of Asians, speaking of Korea, if someone says Squid Game again, I'm going to shit in a tub and pour it on myself.
Did you watch this?
Yes.
oh, you watched it?
How many episodes?
I binge watched the whole thing.
Oh, so you did watch
It was
it,
2
huh?
weeks ago when I was told to stay away from the house all day long. I ended up at my mother's house and I said, well, let's see what the fuck's going on with this. And I watched the whole thing. Have you seen it?
No.
you seen it?
I've been
I've seen
holding
2 episodes.
I've been holding out.
I've seen
I do want to watch it, but the wife says you have to watch it with me. So she works nights, so it's kind of hard to sit down and watch it.
Ruining it. Okay, then I'll just hold my shit. But I do want you to watch it.
I've heard every spoiler out there on every podcast
Have
has
you?
talked about it. So it's is it as good as they say it is? Now, how did you watch? How did you watch it? Did you watch it with the subtitles or did you watch it dubbed into English?
Dubbed in English
did?
with English subtitles. That's how I roll. That's how I learn my English.
So, but everybody says that it kind of ruined it. Now, I'm not one to watch subtitles because I'm dumb.
But also, like,
can't
you don't
read.
really want to see. Now, here's the thing. Those guys came up, like the main characters came up with Jimmy Fallon, right? He had all of them, and when you hear him talk, I'm like, well, there's no way I can get into that for a whole show, because obviously, first of all, you don't understand, but like their accent is like very elegant, but it's too fast. So it's like, you're like,
Oh yeah.
like I couldn't watch a show like that. Like, so I had to dub it.
Yeah, you get on me when the audio and the visuals don't match on the video
Yeah.
for their show.
But it's a different language, dude. Like I'm not reading lips.
Like I can get it how you don't like the you know the English dub over the the mouse moving, but
No,
words aren't coming
that's
out.
how I had it. What I'm saying is I cannot watch it in Korean
And read the
me read it
subtitles.
in English. Like I don't like I don't
get a book.
I want to and I mean did you say you watched the whole thing?
I watched 2 episodes and I couldn't do it. That whole thing I sent you guys about the red sauce, green sauce,
Yeah.
probably the only thing I remember about that whole. And I saw that and I thought of you guys and I was like, I just send that shit.
Obviously, as you see it, you go, "Oh, I've seen this in memes,"
Yeah.
you know. But I mean, Joe Senegato, he did a video of it with the cookie. He was licking it and shit. And
The only
there's
part
other
I saw of
memes.
that is with the doll, the red light,
Yeah,
green
yeah,
light thing.
that's the thing, though. When I watched the first episode, I said, "Yo, this shit is."
It doesn't hold up as it goes, huh? In your opinion?
Yeah.
I'll try it. I'll try it. So we'll see what
Yeah.
see what it has to offer.
It is kind of weird too.
I have a 3 episode. I only watched 2 because I didn't have.
Everybody
time to watch
says that you could almost imagine seeing this shit in North Korea, though.
Yeah.
Something like that happening.
Someone said it's like Hunger Games in Korea, and I was like, if I knew what Hunger Games was, I would probably understand it. But I never seen that.
I
shit.
never watched Hunger Games either.
But it's kind of like it gets in, like
Really?
it gets weird. It gets weird because then it kind of shows you the people that put the whole thing together, and you're like, God damn.
Oh, okay.
But it's like I don't. I'll just hold my shit. I've said enough already. But you should. Tell me
I'll
what you
watch
think.
it. I'll watch it. Maybe we can.
But here's the thing: when you watch the first episode, that's gonna make you go, "I gotta watch the next one." That first episode was like, badass.
I'm
That's
intrigued.
my rule. I got a 3 episode rule on.
But you didn't even make it to the 3 episodes. You only watched
because I didn't
2.
have time. I still would watch the 3rd episode just. But like Dexter on Showtime,
Never watched it.
I never watched it
I
either.
heard it
Never
was
watched it.
amazing. I watched 3
I-
episodes. I wasn't.
I wish
into it.
I wish I got into it
Turned
though.
off.
Yo, did you ever watch, what was the other one with the meth?
Oh, Breaking Bad.
Did you ever watch those? I never did either. I never did even. And I worked with a guy, we were working nights. He's like, you don't watch Breaking Bad? I'm like, no. He's like, oh, we should watch it. We put it on the iPad. I'm like, and I don't get it. I don't get it.
Okay, now I want to bring it down. Right, once again, did you watch Dave Chappelle?
Yes, every episode.
No, his
Oh, I thought you were talking about the Chappelle show.
The special.
No, I haven't got to see it yet.
Yeah. Did you watch it? Did you like it?
It was Dave Chappelle, so I laughed.
This guy's acting like that guy on the radio, all,
No, I think it's
proper
funny.
and shit.
No, I thought it was funny.
Here's the thing, though.
I really do.
Last night, I watched Theo Von's.
I did watch that. I did watch Theo Von's.
I fell asleep.
So did I. Yes! So I was laying on the couch. The first 20 minutes,
Yeah.
fire.
Yeah.
It just like started to go. I kind of turned off and just.
Yeah, I dozed
And
out.
then I
dude.
watched the last like 5 minutes. I was like, yeah, I guess.
That should say. That should tell you something, right? You're like,
Yeah, I did the same thing. I fell asleep in it too. Damn. And I love Theo Von.
Yeah.
I mean, another dick rider, right?
Yeah.
But
That's the thing. Theo Von is such a badass person.
He's so out there.
Yeah.
His perspective is so different from any other comedian, but I just couldn't get down with it.
Why?
I don't know. It was
To me, it was
too forced.
Yeah, it was
He
too
was
forced, too physical.
Yeah. It was way too forced. But I've never seen him live.
I haven't either.
And to me, Theo Von is the man when he's off the head.
Yeah.
When he's just spitfiring shit on podcasts, when he hasn't been rehearsing it.
Like
that's when I think he's at his best.
Like if you listen to the King and the Sting, Brian, that was like when you hear him talk, you go, how does he come up with that shit?
Exactly. Like, who thinks of this shit?
Yeah, it's fucking awesome. Well, he didn't listen to
I'm
it.
glad that you said that you, and I felt bad and I wasn't going to say anything because I love Theo Von, but
I did too.
I fell asleep.
I did too. I
fell
fucking
asleep,
love him. I wish you'd come.
Yeah, but he's no Dave Chappelle, though. I mean,
Different comedy though. Different comedy though.
Sending tweets, fucking bitch. Fucking Theo Von. How dare you?
I was
Just
actually
kidding.
looking something up, but
Did you guys? I know I asked you yesterday. Did you guys watch Kim Kardashian on Saturday Night Live?
yeah, I watched her monologue.
Wasn't it? Did you watch the
I
monologue?
watched everything but the monologue.
And the Jasmine,
Dude, the-
Aladdin Jasmine thing.
The monologue was fucking hilarious, dude.
She went in.
She was like,
but I saw clips of it.
yeah.
Yeah.
She was like, it's thanks to, because she starts talking about how she is rooting for people wrongly accused and all that, and it started thanks to her dad, because her dad was such a well-known lawyer,
Robert Kardashian.
Robert Kardashian, and he said, and it's thanks to my dad that I met my first black person. And then she goes, "Do you want to take a stab in the dark to guess who it is?"
Oh no! Oh no,
Telling
dude!
you.
Oh wow!
And then
Good
said-
for her.
Dude, she went off on everybody. Her mom, her sisters. She said something like, "I wish my sisters wish they looked like me," or something like that, with like as much work they've done or whatever. And then she went. She said, "You guys know that I'm not a gold digger. I've never been one. And if you guys want to talk to one, maybe we should talk to my mom's boyfriend." Have you seen Kris Jenner's boyfriend? Corey something. He is like 30 years younger.
Oh, so she's not with the gal anymore. Huh?
With Caitlyn? No, dude.
Corey Gamble.
Yeah.
He's 12
Yeah.
compared to her.
Yeah.
Good for him.
It's so funny, dude. You gotta watch the monologue, dude.
No, I saw.
We might have to watch it after we're done, so we don't get pulled off.
She went in. She went in on all of them. Even Bruce.
Yeah,
Caitlyn.
Bruce Jenner. She says something like, it's kind of amazing how after all the names with the K, my mom didn't name me Karen. She says something like that, right? She goes, but she says, but I'm surprised that she didn't. Like, I can't believe that she saw that coming, but she didn't see Caitlyn coming. Dude, I'm telling
man.
you. And she,
she
and
went
then,
in.
and then
I wonder
she,
who
and then
wrote
she
it
goes, and then
for
she
her.
goes, and I'm here to announce that I'm running for. And then she stops. She goes, I'm kidding. There's no way we're gonna have three. What did she say? Like three people running to be a governor or whatever, or like politicians, and they fail because it's being Kanye and then
Right.
Caitlyn. It's like, I'm not gonna be the third person to fail. Is trying to become somebody run for office, something like that.
Yo,
Dude, she went in like hard.
how about Yee?
Yeah,
Change his name to.
change his name.
Did you see the mask he's wearing around?
Yeah. Now, after the Saturday Night Live, they said that they might still be together. And remember, you and I talk about this because he was at the show.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, like he approves because he also took a
The
jab.
second one. Jesus Christ.
Because he also took a jab.
I thought that was a joke. I wasn't gonna click on that one.
I like that bottom right one. That's pretty cool.
This looks like Dante Weiler.
He took a jab at him. It was so. What did she say? It was so. We gotta watch it when we get out of here because it's fun. It was. And then did you watch the music video they made? Like they made like a rap.
No.
So fucking funny, dude. It's so fucking funny. It was so fucking funny.
I'll have to check it out.
Speaking of the Kardashians, shout out to Kourtney Kardashian, Travis Barker,
Engaged.
engaged.
Yeah,
Which,
engaged.
dude, it makes me feel
Breaks my heart.
so good. I don't know why. I think it's because he's a normal guy. He's not a fucking.
Yeah, you're right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's not a fucking 6 foot athletic
Is he a
fucking
normal
guy.
guy?
Yes, he
He's
is.
normal
Yes,
as
he
us.
is.
Travis fucking
And by the way,
Barker.
and me having
One of the baddest drummers.
a rocker inside, having a fucking guy that can actually make it to be a fucking Kardashian fiance, it was like, Fuck yeah,
He's
dude.
not a basketball player.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That makes me feel like I had a chance. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but she never dated. I mean, Scott Disick wasn't
How
athletic.
fucked up is that?
I mean, like,
Who's that?
Scott Disick is the father of her 3 kids.
Oh, I know who he
Yeah.
is. Wears suits, slick back hair. Yeah, I know.
I
who he is.
actually like him. He turned his shit around, but then Courtney was just like, man.
She buried him. Yeah, she buried
Travis
him.
Barker, I mean, Travis Barker's not a regular dude. He's one of the baddest drummers out there.
What I mean is, if you see all the Kardashians, like even Scott looks completely normal than having like an athlete, because that's
Lamar
all they
Odom,
date, every single one of
fucking-
them.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe I'm trying to say black people. Okay, I'm not a black. Okay, that kind of hurts my feelings. All right,
No, I'm just saying.
because I don't have a chance
I'm
with
glad
any
you said it.
Kardashians.
And I didn't. I was thinking it, but I'm out.
You're like, just say it, just say it. Shut up.
He's not an athlete. I got it. I get it. But he's one of the baddest drummers
Oh yeah, for sure.
out there. I watched All the Small Things Blink 182 video,
Yeah.
and I'm like, oh my god, I
looks
can't
so
believe
different.
It's so different.
My boss asked me today, as a drummer, he said, tell me the truth. How do you see Travis Barker? And I said to him, a couple years ago, Travis Barker broke his ankle on his right foot. Obviously, when you play punk music, your right foot is vital in your music. This and there's no double pedal like the one you bought me, like the one I
No,
have. There's
yeah.
no double pedal. It's all sliding foot and go with just one foot does that. He went on an entire tour playing what should be with his right foot with his left foot, and that is astronomically amazing.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Holy fucking shit, dude! When I was seeing videos.
I have a hard time lifting up the hi hats with my fucking left foot, let alone doing the fucking bass
I
pedal.
have a hard time doing. That's why I don't play metal. I can't just grab and go like your friend. There's no way. And I'm using both feet. He can do it with just his left foot, and that's not his dominant foot. He can do it with his left foot. He just sliding it and go.
Yeah, it's weird. You use your toes, your what's the
heel.
ball and your heel,
Yeah.
and it's just a random
it's- yeah.
brrr.
It-
As
I-
fast as guys can do the double
I can't
bass.
fucking do it.
Damn. What do you think about the drummer, Def Leppard drummer?
It's all
one-handed?
electrical. That's
Yeah, the
what
one-
bums
It's
me
all
out
set
about
up.
it. It's all
He can
set
do.
up.
He can do.
Because he can
can do sound- he can do
start
s-
that with one arm.
He can do.
He lost that.
Yeah. He can do sounds with his foot that resembles what he will make with his hand.
with his
Okay.
arm, yeah. It's all electrical.
So-
like
so
high and
instead of
dry.
having- so
High
he
and
uses
dry.
the double foot.
Shout out High and Dry. Fucking great goddamn album. If you don't like High and Dry from Def Leppard,
Don't follow the beat.
don't fuck with us. But he had both arms in, and then the accident, and then they came out with Hysteria, and they say arguably the greatest Def Leppard album ever. Right? Let me tell you this shit. I've been holding this one in for because I haven't been here in a couple weeks, right? We all work hard to pay your bills and work on your credit, right? Unfortunately, if without good credit in today's society, you have a hard time doing anything,
This
right?
is not a promo
Let's-
for way down credit up, is it?
Actually, if you guys will call me and join my pyramid scheme, I can show you how to become a millionaire. So, oh, did I say scheme? Hey, edit that shit out, would you? So we all work hard to work on our credit because you have to have good credit for a home, for auto loans, almost to get a job because they'll check your credit to do certain jobs, right? So when my daughter was born, we moved into an apartment, and I'm talking 10 years ago. We got into an apartment. They run your credit, and they were like, well, my wife, they're like, well, she has great credit,
But not enough.
but she doesn't make enough money. You, on the other hand, make a lot of money,
We have no credit.
but you have no credit. I'm like, yeah, but what's no credit? She says, Justin, your score is 0.
Jesus Christ.
0. And I'm not shitting you, it said 0 on there. Like when I was a kid, nobody taught me about balancing a checkbook, paying your bills, anything. I would just lived it to every day, just whatever. If the bank took it, fuck it, I'll get another one. I'll figure it out, right? So I didn't have those responsibilities of financial stability, right? So we've worked hard over these years. We got a truck, I got a car, we got a house, and it's built up, and we're finally at a point where if we want something, we go get it, right? We have the money. Shout out to my wife. Without my wife, I would be fucked still, right? So I'm laying on the couch on a Sunday. And I'm not saying I have the greatest credit, but I have good credit now, right? Something I'm very proud of.
Yeah.
My phone goes, bloop. I look at my fucking phone and it says, you have an alert, because I have Credit Karma.
Yeah.
You have an alert from Credit Karma. So I click on it. Your credit score just went down 50 points.
Oh, Jesus.
50 points is a lot of points.
That's a lot of fucking points.
In credit, right? And so what the fuck, man?
God damn.
So I go fucking wake the wife up. I'm like, what the fuck is this shit?
What did you
Freaking
buy?
out. She has the same alert.
Ooh.
Her credit went down 50 points, right? So if you remember September-ish, August, actually no, the end of July, we did some refinancing, moving some things around, right? So my truck went to another bank, and some other bills we kind of consolidated some things together. When they do that, they approve you for a loan. They send a check to the other place. I got a much better interest rate. I saved like $300 altogether by putting some stuff together, right? The company that owned my truck loan for the last 3 years said that we had missed 3 payments on our truck loan, but I had made 3 payments to the new bank, right? So I have 2 banks that say I owe them a truck loan on the same truck, right? So we start scrummaging through things. I have a letter from the old financial company that says, congratulations, you paid off your auto loan.
Yeah.
Shout out to you. You have huge balls or whatever. So I was like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
And the wife says, well, there's this other letter that came a day later that said we received your check for $28,000, but it cannot be processed at this time. Like, why didn't you show me this shit? She's like, well, I didn't think it mattered because we had this one, right? So I call this other fucking company, and they go, yeah, your bank never sent us a check for the other auto loan, so that's why your credit has been docked. You now owe us $8,000 more
Oh, Jesus.
on top of the $28,000 that you have. And so I says, but I've been paying to this other fucking bank. What the fuck? I'm not being racist right now. But when I call and I get a guy from fucking wherever is not here,
Yeah.
it's hard to explain yourself.
Yeah.
Right? It's hard to explain the situation to somebody that you can barely understand them.
Yeah.
And I know they're struggling to understand me, right? Because it's
Yeah.
sourced where the fuck ever.
Yeah.
You know, you look at the address on this place, it says it's in fucking Cleveland. But you ain't in Cleveland, motherfucker. I can hear cowbells in the fucking back, and those ain't steers, for God's sakes. You're worshiping those motherfuckers, right? So shout out to those guys anyway. So I go to the bank. No, when this happens, it's Sunday. The next Monday is Columbus Day. What's happening? Banks are closed, right?
closed.
There's nothing you can do. So the next day I go to the new bank where we consolidated everything in, and they're like, I don't know what you're talking about. Here's a picture of the check. Here's a picture of the people that signed for the check. And here's the title to your truck.
Also, they have.
They transferred the title over to us. We own the title. We don't know what they're talking about. So apparently they sent a check to this other financial company. They held on to the check and never cashed it. But they transferred the title to the other bank, who we make the payments to, and just basically said, You want to talk about getting fucked?
Now you can't fix the house.
You can't fix that.
God damn.
Now, you can dispute it through the credit bureaus. How many credit bureaus is there? There's three, right? So that's 3 credit bureaus you got to go through to fix and dispute something. Finally, after our bank said, hey, okay, they got a hold of the people in wherever the fuck they're at, sent them another check to have them sign it. But why would you take a paycheck, transfer a title, and not cash the paycheck?
Yeah.
They don't even own the title. But they're going to tell me I owe them $8,000 more in late fees?
They haven't paid themselves, basically. Is that what it is?
And transfer the title.
Yeah.
And then fucked my credit. I know that wasn't a funny story or whatever, but how fucked is it that one little mistake like that can dock years of fucking hard work?
And then how fucked up it is that in an instant you got it fucked, and then it's gonna take you years to put it where it was. That's what's fucked up.
Well, hopefully he can get that fixed.
Over something that
Are you gonna dispute it? Not really.
nothing to my... No, absolutely, I'm going to dispute it. But think about all the time and money it's going to take me to dispute all of that with something I had nothing to do with.
Yeah.
I had nothing to do with it.
God damn, sorry,
I don't
dude.
worry about my credit score.
Jesus Christ, here we go again. Are you going to tell me my dad fucking is a deadbeat too?
No, it's not something I worry about like that. Like, I get it. If there was something that I needed to dispute, I would dispute it, but
It's not that easy.
It's
not that easy.
It's not a real...
Time is money.
It's not a real judgment of how you are financially.
It's not, but it is if you want something new in life. It sure as hell is.
If you want a low interest rate in that.
Anything. They can tell you, hey, sorry, bud, your credit's not good enough. You're not
that
getting
you're
this
wrong,
house.
But that's why that system is stupid to me. Is just like
I actually, when I was going to buy my house, I looked out in the total opposite way. I knew that I owed people money, like a credit card or whatever, and I had to fix my credit to get my house. And then when I finally went through all the hassle and all the shit, I finally got a hold of somebody, and they're like, yo, you don't know what's anything. I was like, what?
After all the years of it being in the back burner, they just let it go.
I don't know
and
if
then you get the letter and you send it to the credit bureau.
7 years.
yeah, and they send me a
7
letter
years,
saying
they just...
It takes you forever for it to actually come off.
They were like,
Yeah.
yeah, you don't know what's
It's-
anything.
it's-
I was like,
It's not a real
Mind-blowing.
indicator of financial stability at all.
It is, because in 7 years, it'll just wash it away. And,
I
you
do
know,
keep. I have a good credit too. I have a good credit. It was taking me same ever since I bought the house 8 years ago. You know, and that's one thing I can honestly say. I have in 8 years, I have never been late in any payment on the house ever. And I'll go as far as saying, because you know how company one works. Sometimes you get laid off, because the job slows down, and then you pick it up the next year. I've been able to pay my house even when I didn't have the money.
Yeah, and we're the same way.
And then obviously as soon as I get money, I was like, oh, I borrow from him. Here's your money. I borrow from this person. Here's your money. But my house is like, I've never, not one time, and neither in my truck.
Yeah,
Which is fucking
and that's
awesome.
how we are now, and that's how we got to where we are now. It's just discouraging because 50 points
That's a lot.
is a lot,
It's
dude.
a lot.
A lot.
They drop at 20, so I refinanced my home, and I got dropped 20 because the old mortgage closed, plus the new mortgage opened, and the credit history length. But I now pay less on my home than I did before, so I have more monthly income.
But it makes itself up in the back end.
Eventually,
It always
yeah.
does. As long as you're responsible.
But at that point, it's like it's lower than it could have been, and I was just doing something that was financially better
Yeah.
month to month for me.
Change the subject. I need you to type in to your little keyboard there, buddy. Ronda Rousey, daughter's name. Congratulations to her. She's had a daughter. What does that say?
Hey, you're the expert on names, motherfucker.
So, so I am the MMA guru. I don't know that one. Brian? La Kea?
Lakea? Is that to
So Travis Brown is
heritage?
yes, he is. I'm not sure exactly. He's and I hope I don't catch wind. He's an Islander, right? I don't know which one he's from, but he is Polynesian, Tongan. He's one of those, right?
Now, obviously, they're gonna go with Lakea Brown. Am I right?
Exactly.
But middle name Makalapuao Kalanipo. Okay.
That's probably pretty good, buddy.
You did really good, actually. I'm
That's
impressed.
really good.
Makalapuao Kalanipo.
Now, Makalapao Kanapio.
Kalanipo.
Makalapuao. Kalanipio.
Makalapuao Kalanipo. Makalapuao Kalanipo. Ah, dude.
Good job.
Hopefully she doesn't become a fucking fighter.
Oh, it was like when Khabib came out. Everybody was sweating.
Even fucking... Oh, yeah.
Nurmagomedov. We're like, what?
Even now, is he a fighter? He's a fighter, huh?
He used to be. He's the last guy to knock out Brendan Schaub. And oddly enough, that was her last boyfriend before him.
They dated?
Brendan Schaub and Ronda were
Yeah.
together for a while.
Really?
They were together for a while. Don't you remember?
I didn't know.
You didn't see his first round in comedy, right? His first big skit was when he talks about going out to fight Travis Brown. He's like, my girl was in there, and he had all these badass tattoos. I had all these shitty tattoos, and she's looking at me, or I'm looking at her. She's looking at him. I'm looking at her. She's looking at him. Something's up. Yeah, they're married now.
Travis Brown's badass.
Yeah.
Dude, B, did you see the fucking new house coming up?
The two hats, two roads.
Yeah.
Yes.
They're fucking
Yeah,
delicious,
could you
dude.
post me in the?
Dude, Google. Can you go to Two Roads on Instagram, please? This one's
2 roads, 1 cup.
yeah, Two Roads.
Two roads together.
Check out these first ones, dude. Look at that.
Hey, that's that guy from fucking what's that podcast?
Who?
The Young OGs.
That one's new. That one's not. That white one, dude, it's fucking sexual.
I like the feather in it.
They actually they haven't they have another post that it's not like it's without the thing. It looks cool too.
Look at the Brokeback Mountain one down there. That guy's on the fucking Young OGs too. It's the other guy, right?
Not Londo.
Yeah.
I talked to Londo today because speaking of Brian, I want to send you this. Can you put it on the thing? You didn't see this. I want to show you how big this one guy has become, dude. Well, maybe not fucking. Where are you, B? I was hanging out of the bar.
He just sent it to you.
Just hanging out of the bar. And
Send it to Insta.
no, I sent it to you. To your phone. I don't know. I guess I should probably fucking send it to the Beehive. Your friend, whose name shall not be mentioned.
My friend?
Yeah. Your podcasting buddy. With what is it? What is the gloves one? What is it called? The podcast with Dre. What is it called?
Oh, touch gloves.
Touch gloves.
We're talking about Dre.
He had his
I thought you were talking about that old Indian joke. He's like, Dad, where did I get my name? Or where did Mom get her name? Like two rivers running. Like, Where did my sister get her name? Like flowers blossoming. So, why are you asked? Two dogs helping.
Dude, I want to tell you this so bad.
Well, then spit it.
No, people will freak the fuck
So
out.
what?
I work with this native kid.
Oh yeah, you've spoke about the native gentleman. It's funny I bring up that joke. Sorry,
Dude, he lets me bust his balls and he just laughs, dude. And I'm like, and I just go, this is what we've lost.
Yeah.
Because just like how I'm telling all these jokes, and then obviously I tag along with my other Mexican buddies, and then we either there's even more people against him, but he's just laughing, like he's taking it well. He goes, "That's funny."
Does he bust it back though?
Yeah, dude.
Oh, he
You know
does?
what's funny?
Good for him,
Here's the
then.
thing: there was a car that drove by, and it had like that Mexican music going on, like that tuba music, and he looks at me and he goes, "Every time I hear that music, I feel like I'm on the swap meet." And dude, my first reaction is like, yes, that's what I'm talking about. And you know what? And I went as far as saying, look, if I ever cross the line, and he goes like, no, you don't have to worry about that. Like I don't.
I wish everybody was like that.
Dude, I'm telling you, when it comes to, should I just show him from here? Oh,
There's nothing better that makes a day at work go by better than breaking each other's balls.
Yeah.
It builds camaraderie, if you ask me, right?
although.
Blow it up, please.
Blow it up, blow it up. Look how big your friend is, dude. Oh, I don't know if you're able to see. You won't be able to see it. Over there in the back. Yeah, you can't see it. This is at the Rio Tino.
Oh,
I can see it says U92.
Look at this, the sign in the back.
Bangarang show. Unrestricted with Dre Rocca.
At the Rio Tino, dude.
that's real low quality video.
Yeah, sorry, boy.
Nice, man.
That guy, dude.
Shout out to that
he
guy.
deserves
I
everything.
sent you that to get better.
It's too bad he don't trust you, though.
Yeah, too bad he doesn't trust me around his house.
I'm sorry.
That's okay, dude. Hey, it's out there. What was I saying?
Your Indian buddy.
Yeah, so today this is the one that here's how it went. The other guy, white guy, right, asks him, he goes, "Hey, do you actually speak?" Because I'll be honest with you, every time I can, I ask him questions. You know, so I know that he has like a name that he only gets to use when he is with his family, you know, and how he gets that name and what he has to go through to get that name, and it's not the name that I know him by, right? And he won't tell me. He's like, no, that's just from. I'm like, okay, that's understandable. So the other kid asks him, he goes, "Do you speak the native language?" And he goes, "Yeah, but I don't do that here." He says, "I do it with my family at the res." He says, "At the res." And this kid goes, "But you do know how?" And I said, "Whoa, dude, don't do that. That's fucked up."
Oh, you do know how. I gotcha.
And I'm like, "Yo, what the?" I look at the kid and he's laughing, dude. He's like, oh, and then he goes, "Oh, I get it." It's like, "Oh my god, dude, I lost my shit." Because he's like, but you do know how?" I was like, "Whoa, that's fucked up, dude." And obviously, instantly, everybody got it. And it's like, that was fucking gold right there.
Yeah, stop, white man.
But the guy, but shout out to that guy, dude. He listens. You know who you are. I love working with you because it's just fucking
nice. No, there's nothing better than than breaking balls. Have a good day.
Although I sent him a fart on Snapchat and he saved it.
Ooh, okay.
He saved it. I'm like, okay.
He
Well.
just went from here to here. Wow.
One of your favorite people.
And now he's
like-
become my best friend. Sorry, Brian.
Did we just become best friends?
He doesn't talk shit about my father.
Ooh, cringy.
I think you've talked shit about mine too. So
No, I did. In fact, I like your dad.
I like
There's a
that.
difference. I know your dad.
Yes, you met him in real life. I haven't met your dad in real life. Wonder why.
Yo, before we wrap this up,
Yeah. Anything else you want to say, dude?
I want to talk about something that means a lot to me. For anybody, I'm going to try and get through this one, and I'm not going to cry. But if I cry,
It's very, very understandable.
anybody that follows the page knows that I posted something that was near and dear to me. I have an aunt who is she was diagnosed with breast cancer, and she's currently going through chemotherapy. Now, when somebody says like your aunt, right? Aunts, they mean a lot to you, right? But this is more than an aunt. So, as a kid, I was growing up. My aunt Melinda is her name. We lived together. She moved in with us. So to say that she was an aunt, and she's a few years older than me, but not much, right? She's quite a few years younger than my mom. She moved in with us, and she basically became my older sister growing up, right? Melinda is the sweetest, kindest woman that I've ever met in my life.
She's been on the pot.
Yeah, she has been on the podcast. She was on with my mom. She's a teacher. She's a single mother, 3 beautiful young girls. And we basically put out a fundraiser to raise a little bit of money. Now, what I want people to understand is this wasn't money to pay for medical bills, right? This was a fundraiser to basically pay for a wig, because it's probably inevitable that she's going to lose her hair. Now, somebody that dedicates their time to teaching your kids, right? If you ask me, the hardest job in the world is a teacher, right? I can't stand my kids most of the time, let alone other people's kids. So we put it out there. If you listen to the podcast and if you could help, I may post it again. Go down, share the link if you could. If you don't have any money, then that's fine. We're not looking for anybody to throw a whole bunch of cash out there. But this is somebody that deserves this more than anybody I've ever met in my life. She's the kindest person, and she's always been there for everybody. This is the kind of person that walks into a room and brightens the room just by her smile. She deserves this, and she just deserves to have the confidence when she pulls out of this, because she will. She's a warrior. To have the confidence to be able to just get back to normalcy. Please, if you can, a couple of bucks here helps. If you can't, please share. That means just as much. So we're not looking for thousands and thousands of dollars. I think it's just a couple. I mean, it's almost there. I think we're trying to raise $2,500. We're at it's actually $1,275 as it sits right now. But if you knew her, you wouldn't even think twice, because she is the sweetest person, and she means the world to me. On that note, there is a listener, a good friend of this podcast, who I call a brother, who is the most selfless person that I've ever met, Brian Hellbach. When I posted this, he was, as fast as I could post it, he snapped his fingers and went out of his way to help donate more than he will ever know. And I want to thank him for everything he does with the podcast, everything he's done for me, my family, and I owe the world to you, my brother. That's all I have.
Which, as many people as we have on our Instagram followers and our Facebook, if anybody would donate $2, $3, we would totally surpass what Melinda needs. And I know it's possible. And all we can do is ask you for your guys' help. I have met Melinda, and she has been the nicest person to ever say hi to me, and even because like her and I, we have sent each other messages on Facebook, even though she's only met me once. She's always commenting. She's always commenting on the pod. And so I love this lady, even though, like I say, I only met her once. But we have absolutely no problem by sitting here every Friday, even when we have everything against us, and make you guys have a good time. Now we're just asking you not to help us, but to help her. And like I said, with as many people as we have following us, if everybody donates $2, it's gonna be more than what we need.
Right.
And yeah, we encourage it, and I'll be donating for sure. And we should the show should donate too. And again, it's in whatever you guys can, even if you can just share it.
Yeah, please just share it if that's all you can do.
It's very appreciated. But
So thank you. Thanks
out.
for letting me take a little bit of time. But
For sure.
she means the world to me.
yeah, for sure.
So
And yeah, she'll fight it through, and
she'll win. There's not a doubt in my mind.
And she will come back to the pod.
Yeah, absolutely,
That'd be cool. That'd be
absolutely.
Anything else you want to say, B? Where you gonna be?
What kind of cancer was it again?
Breast cancer.
Okay. It's
Yeah.
October too. So
Yeah, it is.
National
It
Breast
is.
Cancer Awareness Month. So
Yeah, and she's struggled. She's had some struggles through this.
Yeah,
and
I've read the post.
the chemo's been pretty tough. But I again, she's the strongest person I know.
everybody share it. I mean,
So
Yeah.
I love you, Melinda.
Yeah, we love you here on the podcast. Brian, you want to tell the people where you want to be, or
by the time this comes out, I won't be anywhere. So
all right? Well, you can find you know
Like
what?
Angel's dad.
You know, I'll be running away from responsibilities.
Oh shit.
You know what? There's not a better way to end this than just with a shout out of Melinda. You know where to find us. You know where to find the podcast. You know everything we do outside of the podcast. So just follow us, give us a like, do as you please. Anything else sexy?
I'm good. Thank you, my brother.
Thank you, buddy. Until next time, take care of yourselves out there, and we will see you on the other side of the Beehive.
Peace.